All right, so I want to do a little thing on why is the sky blue but sunsets are red. It's actually from the same phenomenon. It depends on the angle at which you're looking at the sun. So basically how much atmosphere the sun has to pass through. We don't see light when it's going sideways. So right now, all right, I got a laser, it's shining right there. You can't see it, but the light ray is passing there. We see it when it hits us in the eye or when it bounces off something. So now you can see the light. Well, most of the sunlight that's heading toward Earth gets down to Earth, the vast majority of it. The particles that are in the atmosphere are extremely small, and so the higher frequencies or smaller wavelengths of light do get scattered a little bit. So in that little video I showed you, why don't the houses appear blue, or why don't you see blue in the atmosphere when you're looking at something from the side? Well, you actually can see a blue haze if you look through enough atmosphere. It takes more than 5 miles of it before you start seeing that blue haze on something. If you're at the top of Mount Everest and you look up, there's not enough atmosphere up there scattering light. So it's actually it's really bright, it's sunny, and you look up and you have kind of a dark sky, like it's almost nighttime. Same thing on the moon. So what happens is light's coming down, it hits particles of this, and it starts scattering those in the different directions, and then we see this right here. But it's a super small amount of blue light, so it's like spray painting a layer so light that you can barely see it. But after you've got 8 to 20 miles of this really light blue color on a black background, right, would be the what would happen at night, then all of a sudden you start seeing a blue sky. The thing that's interesting about this is the violet colors even get scattered more by the particles in the atmosphere. It's just A, there's more blue light in sunlight, and then B, we're not that sensitive to violet light. There's some evidence that some animals might actually see more of a violet or purple sky. Now, why are sunsets red? Well, what you have happening with the sunset is now you're looking at the light coming from way the heck over here. And it's passing through probably hundreds of miles of this stuff, and there's a lot of blue light being scattered about. And so much of it gets scattered that a lot of it doesn't get to you. And so what does get through? Well, red light doesn't get scattered much, and so that gets all the way through. So if you're taking a look at something, when you look at the sunset, hundreds of miles away, when you're looking at it from the side, so much blue light gets scattered, you see the colors that are left over. When you're looking up, all right, during the day, so you got about 20 miles of atmosphere, that blue light's scattered, and you can actually see that. If you have something that's large enough to be seen from a great distance, it can actually appear blue. I put a picture in your stuff where it's called the Blue Mountains in Australia. I was in actually Australia and I saw those, so that's why I'm sharing them. And the tour guide had said that they're blue because the eucalyptus trees that are common in Australia are giving off a blue gas. Well, I hate to tell you, that's absolutely wrong. Have you ever heard of the Blue Ridge Mountains in West Virginia? Okay, or if you've ever seen the Appalachians from a distance, they all appear blue. Well, what is that is, now you're looking through enough sky that blue is scattered, so it gives things a blue haze like that. And so that's why the sky is blue and sunsets are red. All right, thanks.